Hello.
Hello, gorgeous lady.
Welcome to the crew room.
Thank you. I'm very excited to be here.
Would you like to tell us your name and a little bit about you?
Yeah, so I'm Ariane. I work in wardrobe and I'm currently on the Les Mis Arena World Tour.
Very cool.
Which is kind of nuts.
Very, very cool.
Which is kind of nuts.
I can't believe it.
I don't think I'll ever work on a show like this again. And I've never worked on a show like it before. It just is on steroids, I guess is the best way to describe it. Like, we spent the first 6 months weekly touring around arenas in Europe, which was mental because it's such a colossal show to put on, but it is so wonderful at the same time. And to take this show that I know means a lot to a lot of people, to a lot of countries it's never been to before, with an amazing phenomenal crew, really talented cast, phenomenal. We've got a 26-piece orchestra as well.
Oh my God.
It is
that tours
just
with you?
yeah, it's just insane.
That's huge.
Yeah, so we kind of had we had a British orchestra through Europe and Abu Dhabi, and then we've kind of picked up different orchestras in different countries. So we had an Australian orchestra in Australia, Taiwanese in Taiwan, Japanese in Japan.
Oh, that's nice that you get local.
Yeah.
How did you even get that job?
I was very lucky. My head of department, Dave, who I've worked with before, she was my HOD on Poppins. She's a really good friend as well. She's just an amazing woman, just phenomenal at her job and just a great mentor as well. She called me one day and was just like, so I've been offered this. If you're interested, I can put you forward for it. And I was just like, yes. And she was like, you should probably ask your husband first. And I was like, yeah, but... count me in, I want to come. This sounds amazing.
The first section is parish note, but this is has there ever been a time when you've come in and your call sheet has been absolute carnage?
I mean, I'm sure you're going to get a lot of these, but COVID Christmas. So Christmas 2021, when the world had just reopened after COVID, but there were still all the restrictions, and if you tested positive, you couldn't be in work and all of these sorts of things. And I was on Mary Poppins at the time, and they were phenomenal with the testing and all of that sort of thing.
Yeah, Disney were really good.
Every day at work, oh my God, I've never been so thankful when we stopped getting tested though, because my poor nostrils, because we had some nurses that all went for it as well. It was wild. But we came in one day and it was myself and my HOD, Dave, and we had lost both of our assistants because they'd both tested positive. And I think we'd lost 2 dressers because they'd tested positive. And it got to a point where I was like, okay, so now we're at cut show. Okay. And then it just kept going, and it kept one more of our female ensemble, who was also our first cover, Mary, tested positive. And everyone just went, we can't do this anymore. This is a joke. I don't know how many it was in the end. I think it must have been 8 to 10 members of cast had tested positive, and backstage everyone had people testing positive. And we just went, we can't do this. Surely we can't do this. This is going to be
Did you ever
crazy.
cancel the show?
Yeah, we cancelled 3. What the hell? And we came back a week later. I think we effectively all had a week off for Christmas, which is unheard of in theatre. You're not used to that. And we came back with split tracks going on. From where we were so lucky on that show, because so many people had done the show before in various iterations, whether it be UK tour or Germany or something. We had people just doing random bits of other tracks and all of this sort of thing, and we were just like, this is crazy.
That's so lucky though, that they knew them. Yeah. Because figuring out costumes on split tracks must be insane.
It does hurt your brain sometimes, especially when you've got named characters. Okay, so that person, they're this, then they're this, then they're that. And also trying to figure out where they're going to do the costume changes, because they'll be in a different place to normal. And you're also going, oh gosh, but can we do a costume change there? Or are they going to get run over by a piece of automation set? Because you're let's figure this out. So it's just,
because just thinking
fun.
About it now, I'm thinking, you guys have to figure all that out, which is crazy. And then when we're on stage, stage department, the costumes actually really help us figure out who's who. Yeah. So when someone else is in a different costume, actually they could their face could be covered, but that costume we know they go there. Yeah. So you guys figuring that out is I've never really thought about that before. I'm this is why before we even start our preset, you guys have to
Yeah, so for a 7:30 show, I'd normally be in for 2, half 2, and we do maintenance, any repairs on any of the costumes from the day before, and then we'd go do what we call around the turnaround, which is just making sure everyone's got the right costumes from the day before and casting and all of that sort of thing. So it's a little bit of a mountain to get through, but it's good fun. Enjoy it. I wouldn't do it if I didn't.
Yeah, you wouldn't do it if you
that's
didn't.
The thing.
I think everyone in this industry, well, not everyone, but you have to love your job. Otherwise, there's no reward.
No, 100%
There's
not.
no reward in it. Next one is Encore Exit, which is Smash or Pass.
Oh, okay.
So quick changes in the hallway versus like quick changes in the wings.
Oh, the hallways are always more amusing because you get slightly more antics because you're away from stage. But the wings are normally faster quick changes, and they're more interesting because I love a fast quick change.
Do you?
Yeah. It just keeps you on your toes.
Okay.
And also I love that thing of the first time you run a quick change and you think it's really, really fast. And then by the end of the week, you're like, oh, I've got loads of time. Should we have a cup of tea in the corner? I'm going to have to go wing. I love a quick change in the wing.
I thought you'd say hallway because their lights are on, you can see what you're doing, you might have more space.
Yeah,
sometimes.
But I mean, did you ever see the Linda change side stage in the quick change room on Back to the Future?
No.
Linda to DeLorean.
Yeah.
See, that was a side of stage one. No, it was a hallway one. It was in a quick change room. But there was a wiggy, two of us dressers, and the performer. So it was in the room.
That
so it
room
was
tiny.
so
It was
tight.
Half the size of the sofa.
And then I had to
Really
and then
small.
we had to run away to do another queue afterwards. So it was always kind of So yeah, I think I'm gonna go wing just because it's more entertaining.
Yeah, there was one that I don't know what track it was, but Holly used to always do it. It's right in the back, and we're doing a changeover at the same time with the tables. I remember seeing Brian.
Oh, good old Brian.
Yeah.
Love Brian, who's great.
But it's right there, and we're trying to get a table around them, and if you weren't super confident on the track, you just smash.
Leaders, stage right, and then I'd have to run around the back to go down stage left. So I'd be up stage right, and then I have to go down stage left to do the teacher change, to run all the way back to up stage right to get the same person changed again back into their cheerleader again. And it was...
That number was crazy for everybody.
Yeah, but it was so much fun at the same time.
It's so good.
Show.
When it's chaos, it's just wow, okay, oh my God. Okay, next is 5-minute call panic. Are you quite organised? Are you quite ready?
I mean, we had a performer on Poppins who we couldn't find his tap shoes one day. They literally put on their shoes, they take them off, they go in the box. Unless we took them to the cobblers for rubbering or for repairs or something, we were they'd always stay there. So we were going, don't know where his tap shoes is gone, don't know where his tap shoes is gone. What is it? Check his dressing room. We're we'll check the Bert room just in case, because he's covered Bert. Maybe he used them for a rehearsal and we didn't know about it or something. We were couldn't find them. Came in, we asked him, he was like, no, I don't have them, I don't know where they are. And we were okay. And we were pulling everything we had in stock out at this point, being we're gonna have to make something work, because we're in act 1 at this point, and we're we need these for act 2. Couldn't find them, and then we were you know what, we'll just go look in his dressing room again. And it transpired that he had borrowed them for an audition, brought them back in, but only brought them in when he came back into work. So he didn't tell any of us, and we were just kind of we would have let you borrow them, it wouldn't have been a problem. We've just been running around for hours trying to find shoes for you. And he was so young, and he was so apologetic, and he was so sweet, but we were just
Oh no.
so that was kind of a mental one. But some really good people who have taught me really good methods.
Yeah, good, nice. Because when I was on Future, I'd hear the 5-minute call and then go and get changed. It's just...
Oh yeah, no. To be fair, I would quite often get into my blacks at the 5. Especially if I don't have to be or at the quarter, because if I don't have to be doing anything until beginners, then I'm kind of I can be a bit more chill. Or classic, I'll go for a wee at the 5.
Yeah.
Because then I know I won't need a wee in act 1. Although that is the worst thing, is covering a track for a week and your body gets into a rhythm of like when you can go to the toilet,
Yeah.
and then you change tracks and you realise you can't go for a wee where you normally go for a wee, and you're just like, ah.
Oh, yeah, like we were talking on another episode about putting like wee breaks in your track.
Yes. It's
So,
literally
like,
something I've written into plots before.
Rosie used to every day go for a wee during Dreamers. She was like,
Brilliant.
I have, like, this is me.
This is my time.
I'm ready to
Yeah.
go. Like,
Love
she would
that.
go before or after. It's like Dreamers.
Yeah. When would I go? What was Goldie Wilson's song? Gotta Start Somewhere. I would go.
Yeah.
I would always go and Gotta Start Somewhere because I wouldn't be doing anything.
Fair.
I'd just be waiting for them all to come off stage. So I was like, that was my prime opportunity.
I love that song.
Oh, I love that show. It was such a feel-good show. It was such a positive building as well. Like in terms of just people rocked up, had a laugh, did their job to the best of their ability, and then like went home. Like,
Yeah. Once that music started, it was just fun vibes.
just everyone had a laugh with it. It was great.
Yeah. I had a little bit of a different
Oh
experience.
no.
No, only because like the show is just so, for us, it's
like
so physically
stage department.
hard.
You guys were like flipping benches all over the place, and
Like,
it was mental.
I've never like worked so
Yeah.
hard. Like, it was crazy. And everyone's just always injured and like,
like
because everything's so heavy, and we just don't get why it was so heavy.
yeah. I don't understand. Like it was tight in the wings as well. Like seeing you guys like shift and like constantly turning things to get things to
cages
fit,
in.
and it was.
There were so many moves that were just like, okay, we must move this massive house truck over here so we can get this thing, put it back.
Yeah, it is just
It's just
wild.
Like,
It's just
lots
wild.
of Tetris.
I tell you what though, I've never worked on a show that's had so many showstops as that show. Like, like
Honestly, that's one of the next sections is show stops.
brilliant.
I can't wait to talk about it.
Oh,
Okay, we'll get there.
we'll get there.
Okay. Next is Velcro or magnet fastenings.
Neither.
I thought this was going to be a straight smash.
Can I go poppers?
Poppers, okay.
So I hate Velcro because I hate the sound of it. And like if you're doing a quick change in the wing, unless it's really loud on stage, you're gonna hear it.
Yeah.
And it like sticks to other things. It's a nightmare when you wash it. Like
I feel like
really not
Velcro
a fan.
is like really hard to pull as well. Like
yeah,
to just,
like when it's new, it's really hard to pull, and when it's old, it could just fall apart. Like so, personally, not a fan. Magnets, time and a place for magnets. Like
okay.
magnets have a time and a place on like shirts. Like we've got them on one of the Valjean shirts on Les Mis, where like for a quick change, so we have poppers up like halfway, and then it's like magnets at the top to make sure it stays close together, and then we've got like a popper on the collar. A comedy about bank robbery, when I did that, we had a fully magnetized costume because the cast member would have to rip it off on stage, so it was meant to be like a funny moment, like he kind of grabs it from the crotch and rips it off. And the best way to describe it was if you cut a human in half so that they're like front like that, so like their front went like that and their back went like that, but then also if you cut them in half like that, so they kind of fell into like 4 vertical quarters, because we'd lay it out on the floor and you'd kind of have to do the splits to stand over it for us to then lift it up. He'd hold it at his waist, and we'd kind of then like do the legs and then do the arms and go up, and because it kind of was all from like underneath here and then all down the leg seams, so it was kind of really and then on the shoulders, on the top of the arms as well.
I could just imagine him like just standing there.
And weirdly, that was a front of house change because the Criterion is so tiny in the wings, and we had like no space, so that was like our first change at the top of Act 2, so we'd go into one of the bars and do it because there's like a slip door through to one of the bars. And tell you what, I had some great chats with the front of house team as well whilst waiting to do that. So that was always really fun as well. Like
that must be so funny. You're just like, hi guys, how's it going?
How's it going?
Yeah. Sold many ice creams today.
Yeah. No, we'd always chat about books actually. Yeah.
Cute.
A lot of book chat, which is always fun.
Nice. Cute. Love that. I'm surprised by the no though, because
just
I thought it'd make your life easier.
also magnets in washing machines are a nightmare because then it sticks to the drums, so things don't wash properly because they kind of like stick to the side of the drums.
Oh, interesting. So the magnets one came from on Frozen. There's a big change, and it's magnetized. It's not poppered or anything. And that was the first time I seen magnet. I was like, oh, that's so clever, because like it will always pull off. Yeah, like poppers might not go, and Velcro might not go. And
that's why I say it's time and a place. Like, I mean, I saw the recording of Frozen. We had like a little room party on Miz, because one of our sound team, he was the sound number one on it, so you can see him like mixing in the back of it. Ben Reese, so we had like a little room party for him, so that was really cute. Like it was great. Like that reveal is amazing. Like I never got to see it in town, but
so like, good. And like the kids always like scream so loud when it happens, because it's just like magic.
So yeah, I mean it's so iconic as well.
Yeah, like it was one of my favorite cues to do when I got to do it. Okay, last one is our 100 of tech and contemplating your life choices. I'm going to segue this one into another question as well, as in, if you didn't do this, what do you think you would do?
Oh God, I don't know.
I can't give an answer. I don't know.
I mean, it's a bit of a rogue one, but I probably would have gone and done like a ski season, and I probably would have done my ski instructor qualification. So like completely different world. I don't know what I would be doing, because this just, it hits so many things for me. Like I'm a sociable person, so I get to like go in and have a crack with people every day at work. I get to be creative. I get to use my brain like technically when making costumes and things like that. So it's just such, I don't know. But there are definitely been, those tech weeks where, or just even like long weeks, like
even cast change weeks as well, where you're doing
cast change weeks,
the rehearsal show, then you've got 2 shows. It's like,
and you were just like, you do whatever day of the week is the day off. We're normally in turning around all the costumes and doing all of the alterations on the, if you've got Adam leaving and Joe coming in and he's going into Adam's costume, you send it away to get cleaned and then it comes back, and then you're doing all the alterations ready for Joe to wear it the next day. So it's kind of like a long, like they're normally like 14-hour days for us, like they're big ones, and then you're just into a normal show week and you're like, cool,
great, I just have to do my 8 shows
what's life? As well as a dress run. Normally there's always a dress run, isn't there, to put them in, and you're just like, oh God. But I mean, like, those are also the moments where you go, why am I doing this? But then you look around at the commitment of everyone in that moment to, like, put those shows on, and you go, you know what? I'm really glad that I work with people that, we'll always moan about our jobs, because everyone in every industry moans about their jobs. And, like...
It's a British pastime.
Yeah, exactly. But equally so, like, proud of the hard work and the level of expertise that everyone comes together to put together to like make the shows happen as well. So that's always kind of,
and like my
really
favorite
nice.
thing is like when you are in those like tech weeks, cast change weeks, whatever it is, and everyone is, you're exhausted, you're tired, you're hungry, but everyone just has each other's backs. Like the camaraderie is so nice because no one else will understand it. Like your friends and family won't really get it, but those people in that room get it, and they're like, come on, we can do this, we can get up, I'll do this cue for you if you want, because you've done it 15 times this week, like go sit down, go for a wee.
Or like when you've got friends in the industry being like, oh, we should go to the pub or something, like we need to go for a drink, we need to catch up, whatever it is, and you're just like, oh, I will do, but I'm in tech at the moment, and they're like, text me in a month.
Cool, see you later. No worries.
And there's nothing like going to the pub after opening night, like after a cast change night, just going to the pub, having a drink, going, cheers, we did it,
we did
just being and then
see you tomorrow,
see you for 2 tomorrow, because there's always 2 the next day.
There's always 2.
It's always a midweek matinee, and you're like, why? Or press nights. There's always a matinee after a press night, and you're like,
Always
why?
another show after press night.
Let
It's
me
like,
enjoy
guys,
the free booze and booze and food. I just want to eat all the food and drink
I've
all the
sunk
alcohol.
2 bottles of champagne, please.
And I got my cheesy chips on the way home.
You've just seen me at my worst. I can't come in tomorrow.
But also at my best, because I smashed that show. I looked great for a press night event, and now I got hammered.
Best night of my life.
Always.
Let's do it again in a month.
Don't. I actually left a job because I got annoyed with how many cast changes they kept doing.
Really?
We were doing a cast change kind of every couple of months, so I decided that it wasn't the life for me. I was just
that would be crazy.
There's other opportunities out there. Like, it was a great show. I loved working on the show. Don't get me wrong, but I was just like, nah,
It's too much. Yeah.
not today.
Like sometimes doing a show every week here is like it gets jarring when you've been on, like, there was a stint where I think I was like stage number 1, like head of stage, for like 4 shows running, and I was just like, oh my god, I'm so dead, like please give me a break. Give me a break, because every week it's like, okay, planning for the show, get the show in, run the show, get the show out, next one,
And
bus,
when you're halfway,
club, another club, like
when you're halfway through doing the run of that first show, you're already looking at the in for the next show.
the next one,
because you've already looked at the out the previous week.
Once that show's gone up, like first night, it's up halfway through. I'm like, right, planning the next one. What's coming in? And it was tough. I was like, I don't know if I can do this. And then it calmed down a bit. So I'm like, I'm ready now. I'm like, it's my show next week. So I'm like, woo, ready.
Also, you're great and you smash it. So,
Thanks.
Here we are.
I'm doing all right.
Yes, she is.
Thanks. Okay, next up we have show report. So this is like show stops or anything that either you've been in a show report for or you remember a show report.
I'm trying to think. Ooh. We don't get we're normally quite good. We don't get show reported very often.
Okay.
Or like, I've not been on many shows where wardrobe gets show reported much.
One I remember from Future, that would always be in the show report. I never saw the show reports because
no, me neither.
Stage, but the 21st century hats.
Oh, the 21st century hats would.
But it wasn't
break
really you. It
all
was
of the time.
LX.
That was always a funny one, wasn't it? Whether it was our responsibility or Alex's responsibility.
Like, it hasn't turned on, and they're like, well, it's working fine. Like,
yeah,
it's not my problem.
They're like, well, where's the dresser? And we're like, well, when I checked them as they were all walking down the stairs, which I used to have to do, they're all on. I think they've changed it since then. I think they go. The dressers go down to stage now and meet them. But it was just because we all had such heavy interval turnarounds that the only time any of us really got like a smidgen of a break was like 21st century. So we'd all just like sit in wardrobe and have a biscuit.
Have a breather.
And then we'd go down. But yeah, those 21st century hats were just
crazy.
I mean, they're amazing. I mean, the costume design on that show is amazing, and I love the costumes on that show.
Like 21st century is like probably one of my favourites, and then the DeLorean girls.
The DeLorean girls are great. I love
so bad.
those costumes so much. They just look fantastic on stage. I mean, it wasn't in the show report, and I think I can tell this story now because it's a year and a half later. But I did Bonnie and Clyde at the Garrick a couple of years ago, and I fantastic show. Like, I loved working on that show. It was really nice. I'd done such long running things for a while. Like, I'd always been on a show for like 18 months or so. So it was really nice to do something that was a little 14-week run, zip zap, boing, put it in, smash it out, get it out again. Nice. And it was great. And I looked after the Buck and Blanche, and then I had my deputy. I was HOD on it. I had my deputy. She looked after the Clyde, and my deputy looked after the Bonnie, and my dresser looked after the Clyde. And then kind of we'd do pick up bits with the ensemble, but they mostly looked after themselves. We'd check in with them. And George, my Buck, he was really bad at wearing his show socks. he'd always wear socks, like they were just plain black straight socks, but he'd always wear socks that would have like fun coloured toes and heels. So it's one of those things where it never affected the show because you never saw them.
Yeah.
So as a joke, when we closed the show, I bought him, and the deputy head of wigs, who always did his blood as well, we bought him some fun like multicoloured socks as a joke, being like, since you've never worn your show socks, here you go, have a pair of socks. And he thought it'd be really funny to wear them on the Friday night show. And I was kind of like, he was like, oh, I figured there'd be important people in on the Saturday, so I thought it would be like really funny. And I was like, okay, but the Buck, spoilers, Buck dies, and he's dying on stage, and as he dies on stage, his trouser leg rides up, and you just got these big multicoloured socks. But the worst part is he put one sock from one pair on and one sock from another pair, so we have mismatched socks. And we're stood there in the wing going, oh my god, George, what have you done? Like, I was just like, oh, okay, this is hilarious. And we're all just kind of there looking at him in the wing, and he clocks us and he realises what's happening. And as he's dying on stage, he's kind of like, oh god. But the icing on the top, the icing on the top, on the cake was, that was being recorded for the archives. So he's just got these bright socks in the archive recording somewhere.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, but it was hilarious because he came up to me afterwards and he was so apologetic. He was like, I am so sorry, I didn't think about that, I shouldn't have done that, like I've messed everything up. And I was like, George, you're fine, just don't do it again. And he's like, well, we've only got 2 shows left. And I was like, and don't do it tomorrow.
Please don't do it. Please don't do it.
And he was like, okay, I won't. But yeah, bless him. So like, it is like, I think that's the thing as well, like with us, when it's like a cast related thing, like we're all very good at putting, I think like most people are across the board, putting their hands up and being like, oops, it happened. Because also like a show reports, this is always a really interesting thing I find, that you might find as well, is that I think a lot of people think a show report is there, especially when they're new into the industry, is there to like tell people off or catch people out. No. And it's not at all. It's just there to record what happened. So if something keeps happening,
we can figure out
we can address it. So whether that's an issue with equipment, whether it's a human error, if it's a human error, why is it a human error? Is it that someone physically can't get to where they're meant to be on time? Yeah. Or is it that things have changed? Like how do you then fix that?
Yeah, so they're not there to get you in trouble. And also like, once the week or the month or the year is done, no one's ever going to look at them again. Like, exactly. It's not...
I mean, let's remember awards night on Future when they had the recording, courtesy of an incredible sound team, of Ben, when Ben forgot the words to Johnny Be Good.
So, next is 5-minute call. Is 5 people, places or things that you're grateful for, or like want to talk about.
Oh, okay, that's a tough one. Number 1, I've got to go with my grandma, because she introduced me to theatre. Really? And yeah, she used to take me and my sister to like the local panto when we were kids. And then when I got older, she took us to see like Lion King and Chitty Chitty Bang Bang were like my 2 first West End shows. And then kind of just like more shows as I got older. And then the last thing I saw with her just before she passed away was Phantom of the Opera in Birmingham, 2014 tour. So yeah, I think number 1 has to be her, because I probably wouldn't be in this industry working here if I hadn't have gotten to like see theatre in the first place.
Yeah.
So I kind of think that, and then that kind of places, I guess, Theatre Royal Bath was where we used to go watch the pantos. And then they've got, I really like it there. They've got like 3 spaces. They've got the main house, then they've got the Egg, which is a children's theatre. Yeah, it's so cute. And then they've got the Usinoff, which is like a black box kind of studio. And the Egg was where I did my youth theatre as well. So I think kind of, yeah, that kind of works quite nicely into that. Like, yeah, probably the Egg Theatre is a really special place as well, because I went to a phenomenal youth theatre that was purely backstage. So we didn't have to do any, there was a performing side of it, and then there was a backstage side of it. And yeah, and it was great. And we put on a show every term, and sometimes they were in the eggs. Sometimes they were in the main house of the Theatre Royal. Sometimes they were site specific. So we did some like Shakespeare at the Roman Baths and things like that. And they just actually trusted us and acted like we were like adults as opposed to children. And we were taught everything from how to rig and focus lights. I called a show as a DSM, and it taught me so much about theatre, but also made me realise like this is what I want to do for a living, but this isn't like I don't want to work in the technical side of it, because like that is too much for my brain. Like I need something that's like more tactile for me. But so yeah, probably that. And like I met some of my closest friends there, like 3 people who like 11 years after, 12 years after we all stopped going there, like we're still really close friends. We live in like 3 different countries now, but like it's amazing that like they all flew back for my wedding a few years ago, and like I've been out to see one of them in New York and in Singapore, another one. So like it's not, it's a really special place in my heart.
That's so cute.
I'm gonna have to say Bristol Vic Theatre School, where I trained.
Okay.
Because again, friends for life who are amazing, gave me a foothold to start working in the industry, gave me my training, met my husband there. So so that's 3 little terrace houses on the edge of the Downs in Bristol. But it was proper special. It was really nice. 3, 4.
So wholesome. I love it.
I think like we work so hard in this industry. We sacrifice so much, but we are so lucky at the same time. So it's always finding that balance with things and looking back on things and going, you know, what have I learnt from that job? What have I learnt from this job? How do I take those forward? But also being like, I did that thing and it was really bloody cool. Yeah. So like, or like I worked really hard to get here. So you know what? I'm going to pat myself on the back for getting to do these really cool gigs and see places and meet people. I guess just like friends and family, the support of friends and family that understand that, especially when starting off in this industry, I think probably similar to a lot of industries, you're kind of scared to say no to opportunities and to things because you don't want to miss out on the chance to do something. So I think grateful for friends and family that understood at the start that I was making sacrifices in my personal life to try and get more of a foot in the door and make contacts. And so like missing out on some of those birthdays and things. I mean, I also learnt very quickly that I don't want to miss out on those things. So it's about balance. But I think that's just a life thing. Getting older, you
you have to pick and choose what you were gonna say no to, and like personally, like what you're gonna put your foot down and not miss. And I think nowadays, it's gotten better. It's not fabulous, but it has gotten better where you can put your foot down and like say, no, I am going to my grandma's funeral because this show will still run without me. And then I just think the wider theatre community. I think like you go to the pub on a Thursday night with a couple of people from 10:30 p.m.
10:30 p.m. with a couple of people you work with, and then you'll bump into someone you've not seen for 5 years, or you'll see someone you went to drama school with who's randomly there, or just like anything. I mean, occasionally randomly you bump into people from like real life as well, and that's just like, oh, what are you doing here? I've not seen you since we left school, and now you're in the pub I drink in. But you know,
that's the weird thing about working in town is that everyone's in town.
So I just think it's such like, and it's always nice to like catch up with people and bounce things off people and just and be like, oh my god, I've not seen you in 5 years, what have you been up to? Give me your
just hear everyone's stories. That's why I do this. I just want to hear everyone's stories.
And like there's always going to be negatives in there as well, like people, like I know I've done jobs which, you know, weren't great and I didn't have the best experience on, but like they did teach me to value myself more and value myself as an individual. So I think walking away from those jobs, like I've very much like kind of put my head back on my shoulders, as much as some of them did break me a little bit, head back on my shoulders and gone, you know what, I've worked bloody hard to get to where I am. And you know what, I've made mistakes and worked with some amazing people. I've worked with some not quite so nice people, and I learn from that, and I'll take that with me. And I know,
and you learn how to work with it as well. Like the not so nice people, you know that you don't want to be like that when you're in that position or that place. You want to treat people kinder, so that's like, it's a really good thing for you to know as well. It's like, actually no, this is horrible, I want to be better, I'm gonna strive to be better.
And also, like, we're all different as well. Like, there are environments that I will have found negative that other people would thrive in as well. So, you know, it's taking that step back and like being like, okay, no, this isn't the place for me, and that's absolutely fine. And I'll let this be a space for someone else that someone else can enjoy and take up and thrive in.
Yes.
So I think
that's a really good point, actually. That is really good, because I had a friend on a show who was just like, I'm just not getting on like with people, and I was like, I'm not either, but like you just kind of, you get on with it. And he was like, I just don't know what this is. Like, I thought like theatre was supposed to be like all inclusive and a family and this and that, and I was like, sometimes they're just not your people. They're somebody else's people, they're not yours. Maybe this isn't your show, maybe this isn't your building, they're not your people. The cast will change soon, so there'll be new people, but you can't let it get you down that like they're not your people. Not everyone's going to love you, which is fine, but just know it's not always going to be like that. The next show you go on to might be your family, and you stay there for 20 years.
Exactly. And like, I've been so lucky. I always think you're lucky if you take one good friend away from any production that you work on, or one person. And I'm lucky that I've walked away.
My best mate from Future is a 60-year-old man called Darren.
I love that though. I love the fact.
Do you know Darren?
I think I met him a couple of times.
Tall, bald geezer.
Yeah, I had this weird thing on Future though, where my track like didn't really see anyone ever. Yeah. So like,
I think we only kind of, after the pub quiz, was when we kind of. I was like, oh my god, I know you. Hey,
it's like, hey, let's hang out. And then I'd always see you stage right.
Lastly, I won't take up any more of your time.
You're fine. I have had a glorious time. It's been so good to catch up and just chat.
So cute. It's just chat with some microphones in the camera.
Just chat shit for like
You've been
hours.
so wholesome. So like, I can't wait for this last one.
Okay.
So the last one is standby. So we've had our 5-minute call, now we're standing by, and this is a cue that, or something from a show that you'll never forget, like that's stayed with you forever.
Okay, the first one. Can I have two?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Because you can.
Okay, so the first one was I felt really lucky between my first and final year of drama school. I went and worked on cast change for Wicked London, and it was for the costume office, and it was just the most amazing experience. Like, I felt so lucky to be there, and I remember watching the show for the new cast and just being sat in the audience, and it's the first time I'd worked on something in the West End, and I just went, and I just remember like the curtain going up in the start of the show, and I was just like, and the dragon roaring at the top, and I was just like, this is really cool that I've managed to be like one really tiny little cog in this puzzle to like put this show on. And kind of I think it really gave me the confidence to be like, yeah, this is what I want to be doing. Like, this is the industry I want to be working in, because you really get to see everyone's hard work kind of come together. And then I will never forget the sound that came over the tannoy backstage when we reopened Mary Poppins after COVID, after Step in Time, and it was a standing ovation, and it was just, we'd all not been working in this industry that we love telling stories for so long. We'd all done so many different things to, you know, pass the time in COVID, and to just be back, and so many people came back actually, and that was the really nice thing, like seeing everyone again, but having that moment and just being like, okay. And we didn't know how it was going to go. We didn't know how well tickets were going to sell post-COVID, if people wanted to be in theatre spaces like close next to each other, sat down to a stranger for 3 hours, and all of these sorts of things. And we just went, now we're back. We're going to be okay. It's going to be okay. And it was just such a wonderful moment. So yeah, I think that
That's
has to be
so lovely. I'm gonna cry. Like, this is just so nice.
no crying.
Because that's like so weird to think about. Like, I hardly think about like COVID anymore because it's just like trauma.
Yeah.
But like, to think about like our industry was just dead.
Yeah.
It was completely gone, and then we came back. And my first West End job was straight after COVID. It was Panto at the Palladium.
Oh.
Right after lockdown happened, when I was like, this is so strange. Like, it's all really weird. It's not like anything I've ever done before. And we were like selling out.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't believe people are coming out. And then also like COVID, everyone was ill.
Yeah.
Everyone was like covering everyone from different theatres as well.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
They were like, don't care.
Yeah.
COVID, schmovid.
Yeah.
I'm like, the Lane people came to the Palladium to cover flies and stuff when we were down, and it was just, I was like, this is it. This is us.
I heard about like Miz and Phantom Wigs teams going all over the place to cover each other from like tours in town and stuff, like
craziness.
because
but we all
whole
just
teams, whole departments would go down.
wanted to come back. We just so desperately wanted to do our jobs again that we would like risk getting COVID and like being ill just to do it.
Yeah. And it was just so nice to be back in that space, telling a story, and telling what is in the end quite a positive story as well. So, and just sharing the joy of like such a wonderful show with so many people again. So nice to be able to tell those stories.
It's so like good, and like I'm so lucky I get to do it.
Yeah.
And like make money and like live off of like your dream job basically. Like, it's
live my life doing something I love doing, and I've met amazing people through doing, and I get the opportunity to share stories with so many people, and also the fact that I don't think I would necessarily go see the variety of shows I see if I didn't necessarily work in the industry. I mean, not that I go see that much theatre, but like, because you're always working.
You're always in a theatre. Your day off is the worst.
You don't really want to be in a theatre.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just kind of like, it's such a privilege at the same time to be able to, you know, have these experiences with people. So yeah, I'm very grateful.
Thank you. That's all I have.
No worries. Thanks for having me.
Thanks so much for coming.
Had the best
so
time.
Nice to see you.
And you.
Before you go off on your travels again.
I'll see you in a year.
Can I come with you?
Absolutely. I'll pack you my suitcase.
Like, does your husband need a stagehand?
No. I have to get on the phone to Graham, the head carp.
Okay, here we go. Bye guys. I'm going to China.